DK Drama, Bird Gang Sports, and we got a lot to discuss. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DK Drama, Bird Gang Sports. You already know what we're here for, and you already know what we came to do. We came to talk about the gang, the Philadelphia Eagles, man. It's a whole lot that's stirring up. It's a lot stirring up in the pot in the NFC East, man. And I want to make a lot of things clear before, people start jumping to conclusions. Now, the thing is, I don't understand why the Dallas Cowboys are still consistently in my comments. Well, not the actual Cowboys, but the fans. The fans, they like flies over turds, They always where the bullshit is. You see what I'm saying? They always in the mix of something. But now they talking more. I guess they feel good. Every single year, this is what I do not understand. Every single year, the Dallas Cowboys always win in the offseason. Somehow, some strange, I don't know why. Y'all explain to me why. But somehow they win every year in the offseason. But they haven't won anything since I can remember. Well, since, Michael Irvin, those glory days, they haven't won anything since those glory days. So I'm not really comprehending or understanding how can you win every all season but don't win in the real season. And this is talking about now and these times. Now we could go back 10 years and it's the same scenario, same situation, same fan base. But y'all constantly on our channels, in our comments, just steadily bashing the team. And then if it's not the team, you're bashing the quarterback. With the quarterback that we got, first of all, he already paid. He already paid. Now, we all know that he's had a few injuries. And prior to being in the NFL, he's had a few injuries. We know this. So why is he paid and why isn't Dak Prescott paid? That's my whole thing. That's my whole thing. I seen Cowboys Legends for Life says, we made a mistake because we signed Carson and Dak is not signed yet. So the Cowboys are being, I guess, cautious about signing Dak Prescott. I don't understand how you can be cautious about signing Dak Prescott if Dak Prescott then put up 5,000 passing yards. What else do you need? Zeke, did Zeke have 1,000 rushing yards last season? If I'm not mistaken, I think he did. I'm not getting what y'all need, man. Like, somebody please let me know, because I'm a bit confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bit confused, and I need somebody to, one of the fans, please step up. And I'm pretty sure it's going to either be JJ or Sean Smith. One of y'all two fools, let me know. Explain to me, how can he be better than Carson Wentz when Carson Wentz came in, went on an MVP caliber type season? He got hurt. Okay, he got hurt. But he put the guys in a position to excel with a decent backup quarterback. Like that same backup quarterback go on to win the Super Bowl. Like, how the Eagles got a Super Bowl ring after they drafted Carson Wentz. The whole 50-some years beforehand, or 50 years, whatever y'all talk about, before that, the Eagles drafted so many quarterbacks, so many great, talented quarterbacks. There's not a lot of greats, but it's a few great quarterbacks that the Eagles have drafted and had on their roster with some decent teams that they just couldn't get the job done. But it was miraculously done once we got Carson Wentz there. Once we got Carson Wentz there, the Eagles went and got a Super Bowl. Why is that? Somebody please explain to me, why is that? Because that's what I need to know, because that's what I don't understand right now. Please explain to me, man, because it's crazy to be scrolling through YouTube. My YouTube is full of other YouTubers' channels, because that's basically all I really watch on YouTube. I might watch a little stuff here and there, but for the most part, it's other content creators. So I see and I hear everything, and I see what people are. I can understand why people he and the ha about where we placed or what we did in the draft, because it was a shocker. The round 2 pick was a shocker to us all. Even the fans. We are the fans. We the diehard fans. And it's a shocker to us. So I know it was a shocker to the rest of the fan base and what the rest of the teams out there. Like, we get that. But we kind of get the reason why we made that selection. We bring it back again. Carson Wentz has been hurt. And he has went down. And he has been hurt prior to being in the NFL. So, when he did get hurt when he was in the NFL, we replaced him with a decent backup. Now, Jalen Hurts is going to be that decent backup, playing that Nick Foles type of role. They can say the Taysom Hill thing, whatever. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I don't really care. All I do know is that if anything shall happen with us going on some type of run this year and Carson Wentz were to go down, I do feel like we do have a security blanket in Jalen Hurts, and I do think we should expect great things from this man. I don't think we should rely on him because we have Carson Wentz, but I do think when his number is called, we should expect him to do good things. We should expect him to go out there and make certain plays when he's called upon. That's just me. But all in all, man, I just don't get what the hell all these Cowboy fans are talking about. I just don't get it. Like, since these guys been drafted, and it's a Dallas Eagles thing too. It's not just singling these guys out between Carson and Dak, but since these guys been drafted, the Eagles have went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. Since they've been drafted, we're 2-2. We share division splits, and that's about to change this year. We're going back to back. I don't really see. Besides the CD Lamb thing, Trayvon Diggs, I don't think he's going to be what you think he's going to be, like, off the break. Like it's development time. They already said as soon as you draft him, he lacks elite traits. The day of the draft, it was written on the screen that he lacks his negatives, he lacks elite traits. So I can't expect him to come out there and be Byron Jones, So, like I said, like, there's little things like that. Dak already threw for 5. He could throw for 5 again with CD. Maybe you could have some plays being made with the addition of CD Lamb there, but then you got Michael Gallup, who led the league and dropped passes last season. But that's another whole story in itself. Right now, your quarterback says he's not showing up for anything that's involved in football right now until he gets another deal. So that's a whole nother story in itself in its own too. So it's a lot of things that you guys got to look at coming into this season, like all of these new pieces, the whole new head coach, all of this, and it's a pandemic going on right now. Versus us bringing in a couple of receivers, learn a couple of packages in a route tree. They don't have to learn every route in a route tree. We can break it down for a couple of packages in a route tree. And the majority of the team already been there. The coach has been there. We're running pretty much where we already been running. We may open the playbook up a little bit more, being that we got Jalen Hurts out there. We took it back. We took it back with Nick Foles because Nick Foles was just basically thrown out there. Now, that's not going to be the case with Jalen. We're going to have Carson, hopefully, to start the season off and get a good run going. And hopefully he can get through there healthy all the way through. But if that's not the case, then we should have Jalen ready. We should have packages available for him to come out there. We will, me personally, I think we will see Jalen Hurts out there without any injuries with Carson Wentz. Maybe just to, kind of get him in rhythm. We have to second-round pick. He's got to do something. But all in all, man, I just wanted to get that off my chest about, I don't understand what the hell all of these dudes is talking about. Why y'all think the Cowboys are going to be taking over the division now when you couldn't beat us when we didn't have nothing and our starters were gone. Our starters were gone. You got beat by the tight ends and a bunch of practice squad guys. That's basically what you got beat by. In the game that matters the most. You could say we beat y'all 3 games straight, 4 games. We beat you when it mattered the most. When it was time for you to put in that work and go to work and get into the playoffs, you couldn't get it done against Carson Wentz and some guys on the practice squad. But That's just me. That's my opinion. And like I respect everybody's opinion.